Hi, welcome back to another video. This is Lee from Brothers Grimm, and today I thought we'd have a look at a game that's just come to early access on Steam called Ruins of Endoth. It's by KLG Games, and full disclosure, this is my brother's game. I just thought I'd have a look at it and talk you through it and see what you think. It's currently £8.50 on Steam. I'm just going to turn sound down a little bit. Turn that up a bit, but yeah, and it's a culmination of quite a few years' work, to be fair. It's not his full-time job. It's a project he's made on the side, so you know, I'm going to hopefully talk you through it and you can make your own minds up. Okay, so this is a bit of a hack and slash type game, RPG. The good thing about it is a lot of what you see is procedurally generated in terms of the loot, the encounters and such things in the game. A fair proportion of the main areas are bespokely designed. There are then sections later on where you take on contracts, which are little missions which we'll go into, and they are fully procedurally generated. Anyway, let's firstly just look at the settings. So what we've got available. So we've got the video settings. As you can see, I've got mine up on to Epic at the moment. Audio, usual there. Controls. There's no inverted mouse, which I mention to my brother all the time, and I'm sure he's not put it in just because I keep mentioning it. That will probably be an option at a later time for those that enjoy that. Obviously you can change your key bindings for all the following, and then at the bottom it does mention controller. It's worth pointing out at this time that it's not compatible with the controller. I think the Steam overlay puts certain things on there as well. I'm not saying it won't fully be usable on the controller by the end of it, but at this moment in time it's not there, so don't expect that. Gameplay, field of view, motion blur and particles, and that's your lot. Okay, so let's start. So straight into the character. There's not a deal you can do at this moment in time apart from naming. Give a name. Click start. Okay, nice splash screens. Okay, chapter 1, The Awakening. This just basically saying hack and slash your way around, encountering fierce monsters, find items, level up, etc. And the reason I've just summarised it is because I knew it was going to disappear. Okay, so we started off in a cell. We're not too sure what's exactly happened. It looks really nice, as you can see. We're not sure why we're here or what's happened, but there is an open door, and this goblin sort of creature isn't looking too happy. So it's telling us basically there's through the world there's lots of different things to loot, and it's telling us to loot the goblin. So we move forward, obviously E. On here we've got a cloak, some plate helm, so you just press G to take it all. Before I go into my inventory, I'm going to pick this sword up as well, exactly the same. So from here we go into the inventory. So you can see the items I've just picked up. We're going to equip all of them because we haven't got anything. We've got a sword in our hand, we've got one there. So, but the cloak, just double click it. Ooh. And the cloak has now moved down here and it gives us 7 armour. The helmet gives us 7 armour as well, double click that. Now the sword, we are already carrying one, so if to see whether it's any better, you just hold down left shift and hover over the item. Now that is exactly the same weapon that we've already got, so there's no benefit there at all, but you'll see as we go through that it's very useful to know about that left shift. Just while we're in here, obviously we've got different stats and things like that. We've got a crafting menu along the top, which we can craft all manner of items, but that's something we unlock later on. Back to the inventory, we've got skills. We've got 1 point to spend. The skills we can spend our points in are swords, axes, blunt, ranged and defence. So because I've got a sword, I think I'm going to spend that 1 point in there. Just click it, it disappears and it says we've got plus. So we've got basic training with swords, increases damage by 2.5%. It won't allow us to do anything else because we haven't got any more points to spend. But as we go up a level, you get a point. So that's skills. The map, we can't do anything with it at the moment. It's a nice little map. Obviously all these places I would suspect are going to be unlocked later on. Probably not in this version, but obviously as future patches there'll be more content added and more, obviously, content to fill out the storyline, etc. Oh, hang on. And the last one, the journal. Normally down this side it tells you what you've killed, the item, the enemies you've killed and the amount, etc. But we'll have another look at that in a bit as well. We have on the HUD there the level at the top. We've got how many hit points we've got, stamina and mana. Now mana, I'm not really sure how we use at the moment. I don't think we can because we're not magic users. The compass along the top, and if there's any enemies within an area, they appear in red dots and they give you a distance away. Right, let's move on. The only other thing we need to know before we move on is it's left mouse button to swing the sword. If you've got a shield, you hold down the right mouse button, and the middle mouse button is a special attack. But I haven't. I've set mine up to a left alt, which is a little bit of a mistake because that's something else. But I'll go through that in a minute. Right, so we're just moving round. So inventory, that's more or less what I have just told you. There's little pop-ups. You can press R to get rid of them. Right. So this one here, it says weapons that have got these symbols, they mean different things. So you might have a fire elemental advantage, there might be lightning, there might be frost, and they all have an impact. But as we encounter them, we'll also go into that. So there's some enemies around the corner here, you can tell because of the red dots, they're moving around, there's distances. Let's see what we've got here. There's one here. So you just literally left click and I tend to back up, I kite them a little bit. These are trash mobs, so they're fairly easy to kill. This is another cell area, so let's have a look in here. I can see some movement. Here we go. So he's not a one hitter, that one. Oop. So I did go, my sword went over his head, so I've got to point down a little bit. I've gone up a level as well. I'm just having a look in this cell because sometimes chests do appear. Like I said, the loot and the enemies tend to be a bit procedurally generated in terms of where they appear, etc. So it's not a given that if you play through once and there's a chest in a certain area that it's going to be there next time. The layout of this dungeon is the same every time, but it's the starter area. That guy there with like the red around him, that means he's some sort of like champion or a named enemy or something like that. So let's see what it says. Ooh. So he's a goblin boss actually. That one's a champion and he's got a phase shift maneuver. And that's his goblin boss. And the other one, this one has got easily. You press space, you can dodge out of the way. And shift to run. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kite this guy. He's obviously also adding in ads. Right, okay. So, I've killed that lot. Lost a bit of health, which will slowly regen. Let's see what loot is dropped. So press E, so we've got magic iron padded chest. So let's pick that up and let's pick the coins up. Go into his inventory, and if we look there, we haven't got a breastplate on anywhere. So we're definitely going to be wearing that. And it says required level 1, so double click. I don't know why it's not showing. Usually it shows up there. But that gives us 16 armour anyway. It's got it on. Got it on the actual character. Again, you just press left alt to see, and you can move around and see your character how it looks. It's obviously a bit of a glitch with the actual doll in the inventory graphic. Right, let's have a look at what this one's dropped as well. A shield, potion of 45 armour and some gold coins. Now, if we look at this, so we haven't got another shield, so we'll have that, we'll equip that. Again, it's not displaying on the character, and normally it does. But the one thing I want to show you here is where up on the right hand part of the screen there's like various different tabs. Quest items, crafting, and this shows you the consumables in my inventory. So rather than having to go into my inventory and click that, I can put them on a hotkey here. So if I put 45 armour on V, for example, and then I come out, you can see at the bottom of the screen there it says Z, X, C and V, and under V I've now got that 45 armour, so all I have to do is click V and it'll activate that. Okay, let's just carry on a little. I just want to check. I'm just going to click K for quests. So it tells you here you need to fight your way out of the prison, find the prison boss, take his key, which we still haven't done. Although I've done a goblin boss, it wasn't the boss. So let's get moving. Telling us about combat, but we've right. So now I've looked at the quest that I need under K. It's highlighting it with that target. It's saying it's 115 meters away in that direction. No, not 115. Must have been. So that's 182 at the moment. Oof. Right, there's another enemy coming here. Got him. Drop some loot. Let's take that. I'm not going to check that shield because it can't be as good as the one I've just found, I don't think. Right, let's have a look up here. It's quite atmospheric. Ooh, right click to block, but it does block, but it does take stamina down. So I presume when you run out of stamina, that affects everything, and you might not be able to block, or you'll start taking damage. Then more enemies here. Look. So hit him, back off. Let's drop some arrows there. If you find a bow, you press Q to change between bow, ranged and melee. I haven't got a bow, so it's just put the shield on its back, which looks quite cool as it is. Right, moving on. So it's still showing the target down. Oh, hang on, I knew they were going to be behind me. That's it. I've gone up to level 3. Now this is a goblin champion. He's got fire damage bonus, so I could do without getting hit by him if I'm honest. Didn't get hit at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go in to the menu and I want to look at the skills. So at the moment the game's still running behind, but if I click escape it pauses the game in the background. So I now have got free to just take a bit of time, or if you need to go for a drink or toilet stop or something, that's a good way of looking at it. Right, okay, so I'm just going to check that shield. So it isn't as good as what I'm wearing. What about this sword? So look at the sword. The new sword's 10.8 DPS. It's a little bit slower, but it does more melee damage. So I'm going to right click, left click on that, and yeah, it's changed it over. Skills. I've got 2 points to spend. So again, I've got sword. I've also got shield there. So I think what I'm going to do, it'll take me 2 points to spend to get the next tier of swords when I've only got 2, or I could put one in shield, but then I haven't got enough to. I'm going to do swords. So now I'm at level 2 with swords. So now I get increased damage by 5% and stamina cost per swing is reduced by 1, which is quite handy. So just F to come out. There is a save function if you press escape as well, and you can save it. You get 1 slot, so use it wisely. Right, let's just carry on. Does look really nice. A few enemies here. So we've got some wood and some coins, and we've got a horn helmet, Mythalonian ore, and gold coins. The Mythalonian ore obviously is for crafting later on. What have we got in here? Got a load of enemies here. So I'm going to dance around a little bit. Let's get in this room a bit so I can see what's happening. Pressing space, I can actively dodge and jump out of the way. Nice. It has got a nice feel to it. It takes a little bit of getting used to, especially because I'm used to the inverted look as well. But I've got used to it a little bit, and it has got a nice feeling to it. Obviously anything we pick up at some point I just thought we can sell. Ooh, look at that. Oh. We'll have a look at them in a minute. Let's just see what else we've got, just in case we find something better. There's more enemies knocking around. The music seems a bit sinister. Right, okay. Oh, yeah, I knew there were. Come on. There is another one, but... Right, so let's click F, and we'll press escape again, so it pauses the background. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got some studded leather, which is 11.4 armour. I'm left clicking, and the blue armour, which I've got, which is magic, is armour 16. So the studded armour has extra advantage that it's got light attached to it, and it gives you more strength. Whereas that's 16 armour. I am thinking I might put the yellow one on, just for the light, to be honest with you. Sword, oh, look at that. That's better than what I'm wearing. The one I've got, the broken sword, is only common iron. That's melee damage 10.8. And this has got 11.9. It's also got slightly slower, but also got bonuses to mana as well. And have that one. So look at the helmets. 8, which is better than we've got there. That's the same. What's that one? That's 7. So that one, 8. That's that. And this cloak is better than what I'm wearing as well. It looks the same. Let's just make sure that's right. Yeah. Okay. Again, stamina, I'll put that on there. Nice. Okay. So let's just have a look now. I'm going to start heading down towards where the boss is. 34 meters away, so it is down here somewhere. Ooh, plenty of enemies around here though. Better weaponry, better armour now. Should be smashing these. Folded him in half. Chest. Let's take them. A few enemies down here. Yes. Goblin boss. Here we go. So if I kill him, surely he's going to have the key. Oof. That must have been a proper hit. Oof. Any more in here? No? Beautiful. Right, okay. Oh. So, we've now got use the prison key. Follow the marker to the location of the exit. Okay, so let's just make sure we've got nothing else in here. So like the boss room. There was a chest outside as well, and then we'll just have a look at his inventory again. There's a ring. Right, let's have a look. So that new sword is still not as good as the one we've got. 10.4, it's not as good. Okay, right. Let's move on. So the next part now is follow the marker to the location of the exit. Ooh, blocked him. Gone up a level, let's have a look. Spenders points, skills, got 1 point to spend. Let's have that in shields, that one. Nice. I'm just running through here now. I smell victory. Right, okay. So the door is in front of us there. Just gotta fight these few. We'll take that. Okay. Here we go. There's no more loot in here, is there? No, don't like it. Okay, unlocked it. Quest completed. Escape. You have entered Alarm Castle. Little cutscene. So we've got to go through that door, but obviously we've got a few enemies in our way. Blocked it. Have that. Oof. This is a boss. Hello, Blackbone. Goblin boss, and he can do blink, which is that annoying face thing. Ah. he's so annoying. Killed him. So we've got a lager beer. Some more gold. We've got a few bags of things to pick up here. Sapphire, golden coins, longsword, ring, golden coins, plate legs, broadsword, gold bars. No shoes yet. Okay. It's like a goblin statue. That's cool. It's quite a dark game at the moment, but it is fairly atmospheric. Spider's web. Okay, so let's have a look through here then. Oops. We're going through here again. It's quite nice. Ooh. Bit of loot, nothing on that one. We'll just take it for now, we'll have a look. Okay, so this is the first part. This is going to be our hub. Let's just speak to Yarrow. Huh, you broke through the goblins' lines. Yes, I was being held prisoner in the caves below. I've never seen anyone escape before. It wasn't easy. What is this place? This is Helheim Castle. Look, I think you should speak to Grimm. He'll want to know who you are and how you escaped. Alright, where is he? You'll find him by the campfire in the central chamber. Bye for now. Short and sweet. So now the blockade's gone, I can come through here. So, like I said, this is like a central hub area. Look at this, it looks lovely. Really nice. So it looks like we have certain areas. We've got guards that are going around. We've got exit to Valheim Valley or Helheim Valley. We've got some dude in a cell. We've got Ether Portal, which we can't go through there at the moment. Mine entrance. We've got a crystal thing here, which is to do with recalls. Throughout your journey you will discover these crystals. Fast travel. Okay. So we'll look at that in a minute. We've also got a vendor. So we can probably sell some of these items we don't want. He's got 66,000, so I'm going to get rid of at least all the things I don't want, which is, to be honest with you, the majority. All these grey items in particular are just taking up room, aren't they? Might keep that just for the sake of it. And also it's sometimes handy to have a different weapon type with you, so I'll keep that. So now I've got 15,000 gold, so I'm going to have a look at what I can buy now. So I definitely want to buy healing potion. Don't want that. I might buy that because that small amount of help over time. I'll have that. Have I got any gloves on? No, so I'll buy some gloves. I'm just having a look at what else we have. Helmet wise, I've got armor 8 on mine. No, they're not as good. That's not as good. They're what I've sold, aren't they? Yeah, so I think that's it for now. So click R to come out, into F, double click. Ah, it's put my armour now on. You can see now. Just put him on. The helmet looks cool as well. Right, okay. What's that? Art of the Merchant. Okay. the art of the merchant. Skeeth is the rare item trader. He randomly has several items of high value available for sale. He will also give decent prices for any surplus equipment found on your travels. Okay. Before I go and speak to him, there's also a chest here, which is for our private stash. So if I wanted to, I could put that there. I will put that one there. Come back out. Okay. Let's speak to Grimm. Grimm, yes. Are you the one escaped from below? Indeed, though I don't recognise this place, and I don't know how I got here. I see. Well, these are strange times, friend. Can I ask you a question? Yes, of course. What year is it right now? 1277 or thereabouts. Ah. I think it is as I suspected. Sorry? You, my friend, are not from this time. Eh? Sorry, let me explain. You see, in 1412 the surface world you knew was ripped asunder by an army of Grek, led by a powerful necromancer. This necromancer had been planning the assault on all the surface world's major civilizations for many years, and by the time anybody realised the threat, it was already too late. The world fell into darkness. The few who survived fled underground mainly. Huge nations were now a scattered populace barely able to fend off starvation. The dwarves and dark elves fared the best in those initial years, having already established settlements below ground, but the dwarves relied on trade to supply them with food and other goods that could not be forged in steel. The year is now 1744, friend. Only once before have I seen a traveller such as yourself seemingly appear from nowhere, dressed strangely. That was when I was but a boy, and I know not what became of him. I heard many years later that the stranger had tried to reclaim the land above, and with the help of some allies took the fight to the necromancer. I know not his fate, though nothing changed, so I doubt his success. Wait, so I am nearly 500 years in the future, and the world is dead? Well, not dead as such. There are pockets of survivors such as ourselves. This is Helheim Castle, one of the few bastions of safety in dark times. We are in a kind of bubble of magic. A wizard who once resided here created it to keep us hidden, but maybe a little too well, as none of us have been able to leave since. Unfortunately, the wizard died and took his secrets with him, but the magic lingers on. So we cannot leave this place. There is an outside, though it is a strange valley, where the sky shimmers with magic, and each time you set foot in there, the land shifts and reality warps. It remains familiar yet different on each journey there. I stopped going out many years ago. Although I never found a way to leave the valley, it is rumoured the wizards left knowledge of a method to leave this bubble and return to the surface. I think they are just that, rumours, or more likely hopeful dreams to stop people going mad. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog whining in the background. What should I do now? I would start by buying and selling gear with myself or Skeeth, then just explore and talk to me again if you find anything to help us all leave this place, should we desire. Okay. So let's just see what he's got. Has he got anything that's like... That's high-end armour, but... Yeah, he's got nothing I want. He's got a bow though. Might just buy that. So let's... There we go. So we can press Q and get his bow. So you just hold it down as a target and let go. And that's it. Okay, so what he wants us to basically do is investigate. If you click K, head outside, investigate Helheim. Okay, So that's the first part completed. I think before I go out, I might just save it. So I click escape, save game. And that's as easy as it is. Let's go outside. So new quest, kill the boss, and it's showing us where it was there if you looked. It says click tab to look at the map. So that's now Helheim Valley, and we are in the bottom right. So there's a lot of these areas, they are there. Obviously some are more heavily used than others. Let me just have a look at K, kill the boss. Find the evil presence and destroy it. If you look now on here, we've got a target to go towards. It's still a bit bleak, it's raining, it's thundering and lightning. What's that ruins there? What is it? I'm just having a little look at what we've got here. Just gonna have a look up here while we're here. Oh, so there's an enemy up there. I think it's a troll. Oh, we've got a troll. We've also got a mercenary. Look at this guy. Got caught up on the environment a bit. Not caught up anymore. Would have liked that ragdoll to stay on a bit longer. Any treasure up here? Yep. It's just a normal mace. Okay. So that's where we've come from. I think we'll head north and we'll go and have a look at a few little places. Let's go to Helheim Watch. That was to the north, wasn't it? If there's anything in these at the moment. It seems quite obvious that whatever is affecting the land is making it all bleak and horrible. Oh look, oh I've gone miles out, so I want to go to the west now. Ah, that'll be Helheim Watch there. If there's any enemies there or anything. At the moment, I don't think there is. There's a chest there. Let's just carry on heading towards our goal. Oh, some wildlife, got a deer running around. Get some animal skin from that one. let's see if we can try and use my bow. Can't see him very well though, that's the problem. Now we're heading to here now, into the woods. Some ruins on that hill there as well. What's this? So we're headed towards that tower, I would have thought. Just curious, I just want to see what else is about. Something blue glowing in there. There's enemies here. And there's a chest there as well. There's a dragon there. Ooh. So that dragon appears to be fighting the other enemy types. Because different factions fight each other, so you might have orcs fighting humans and obviously dragons fighting goblins and all sorts of things. These are different factions here at the moment, I know that. That dragon's just made mincemeat of them. I'm just going to loot quickly. Now, this dragon. Not sure how easy this dragon's going to be, but it's not. Oh. Didn't expect that. That was through a building. Right. I'll tell you what I have got, which I've not. I'm just gonna press escape because if you remember what I said, I've got these and I've not put them on. So X gives me a little bit, makes me drunk though as well. Right, that dragon is hunting me. Come on, nearly got him. Yes. Ooh. He could have ruined my day. Right, let's have a look. That come near me about dragons being here now. This is like a goblin mage. Okay, he's dead. The other goblin mages have been killed by the dragon. Quite a bit of things lying around. We can pick them up or what? I'll get this one. This is a magic. Yeah, there's a magic ring in there. I think there was also. There's one in here. Was it this one? Yeah. Let's take them. Now let's have a little look. So the ring, 9.6 stamina, and I'm not wearing another ring, so I will wear that. 6.4, 5.4. Now the necklace, quite bizarre, but it does replace the cloak. The cloak and the necklace are on the same slot. That gives me 13.6 armour, but no health, but no armour. Do I want that? I like the cloak thing. These helmets, that's slightly better. although I don't think it looks as good. I'll swap the shield because I like the look, cosmetic look of that a bit better. Yeah, still alright with what we've got there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to save it again. Now, you drop to the menu, and it says slot exceeded. So what you have to do, you have to delete your save and save the game. And then that should have saved. Okay. That's obviously going to get ironed out. I know that I spent quite a bit of time trying to sort the whole save sequence out. We'll get amended in good time. So let's start making tracks. I mean, this looks so cool. I mean, it's aggressive, isn't it? There's all sorts going off. It's windy, it's horrible. There's little camps and things all over the place, which, like I said, is procedurally generated. Oh, right, what we've got here. Looks nice, whatever it is. In memory of Dexter the Black Labrador and Arnie the Black Cat, the best of all pets. Ah. Yeah. Little shrine. I like things like that. Little nods of caps to things. Okay, let's move on. It could be quite cool to have some like wolves and bears or beasts roaming around as well, just wilderness encounters. Right, what's going on here? We've got a troll, we've got a bit of everything here. I don't know what it is, but he's obviously some sort of champion. He's got chaos damage bonus. And he regenerated. I'm just going to sort him out, get rid of him. Let's loot him quickly. Ruby necklace, we'll get that on in a minute. Troll soldier. Now these do hit quite keen if they get hold of you. Who's this? Player greetings. Well met. Faywin. I am Faywin, something of a hermit these days, I'm afraid. Though in my youth I was quite the hero. Good grief, no, never that. I was quite the explorer. Now I sit there here waiting for people to bring me Endonian shards so I can trade them for big rewards. Great, eh? Okay, bye. Ah, okay, so if we've got Endonium shards to take it, we sell them to him. Right, so while we're here, let's have a look at skills, got some spend. Let's just wait, because I want to be able to, I need 3. That's a lot better than the one. Although I've sacrificed my cloak, that is a lot better. And that shield's better than the one I'm wearing as well. And that sword, we've got 4 extra melee damage. Yeah, let's Swap for that. Cool. Right. Let's carry on. We're getting a bit nearer now. We're 130, well, 120 metres away. Let's try and find a way up there. Undead. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Bark the Wicked. Skeleton boss immune to steel. Right, so he's immune, so I'm going to quickly run away. And I'm going to press F and escape so I can pause. So I've got a rare steel sword. What's this one? That's Mytholian, so I'm going to default back to that purely because I can hit him with that, I believe. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. There we go. I'm hitting him now. He's trying his hardest hit there. I'm actually out of stamina. Just trying to avoid him. Oh, didn't avoid that one. That was smack in the face. Right. So I've killed him. I've got a few bits and bobs there, including a card. Whoa. Right, arrows coming from this way. Right. Let's just take stock a little bit. So, for a start, go back to Helheim Castle and speak to Grimm. Go back to Helheim Castle and speak to Grimm and show him the strange artifact. Right, okay, so I've obviously got a strange artifact from that boss. Let's have a look in here. Right, so the shield, I get stamina regen, and it's better, so I'm having that. This is Veronite Battle Axe, which is a lot better than I've got DPS wise, but I haven't got the added stat increase for the skills. But let me just have a look what that was for. Was that an axe? Yeah. So let's get that on. So we get another 2.5% damage. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's keep it round. We'll have one there as well. So we've got one for bow. Right, the other thing we've got here is an actual card, which is these things can be found in game, and they add extra little bonuses to things. You can find ones that have light, an orb of light around them, so you can see where you're going and things like that. This one, this is something about Bat's card. I've not actually used this, so I don't really know what it does. But you can only ever have one equipped. Alright. I wonder if that's quite cool. I don't know. press T and it does it. I wonder if that does something to your enemies if you're with them. If you surround you press that. Not really. I don't think there's an explanation on here what it actually does. Which had to kind of be with powerful dark magic. It's a blessed card. It's worth a fortune, 18,000. Okay. That was the long sword I was using, wasn't it? I'm going to stay with the axe anyway. Right, so now I need to go back to Helheim Castle. And I'm right up near Traitor's Hill. So rather than doing that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my inventory, click map. No, I'm not. I thought that was a quick way back actually. Get the journal. Right, let's head back then. I'm going to head back. I'm probably going to encounter more enemies on the way. Ooh. See enemies here. There's a lot of enemies here. Use bat. Ah, it damages them all. It's like a AoE. Finish these off. Right, let's see what we've got. Just pick them up. Just grey items, common items. I mean, really, you don't need to pick them all up, but it's just quicker. Right, so anything at the camp? No, just decimated their camp. Trolls. They are quite slow, but ooh. There's 3 of them here. Try the bow. Oh, it's stuck on the environment, I might as well take advantage. Nice. Pick that lot up. Let's see what's in here. Not a lot. More enemies. Yeah, I'll look at that ring. Let's have a look. It's better than what I'm actually wearing. Maximum stamina 9.6, constitution 1.1. So I am getting a constitution bonus with that one, but this one's worth more stamina, so let's get that one. It's a natural upgrade really. Okay. So let's have a look at this tower here. some enemies here. Oh, this has these wolves. Whoa! What are these, like wizards? Taking a bit of a battering here, I'm honest. Okay. See what these guys have dropped. Okay. Can I get in yet? No. That's obviously something later. I'm thinking, because I know you can normally fast travel from the map, and I think it's because the shard, actually in the castle, I didn't activate it before I left. I meant to, but I forgot to. So I think when you go into the map, you can't fast travel to it. So when we get back, that's the first thing I need to do. It's my bad. But it does allow us, let's just have a look at the map. It does allow, I know we're going a bit more direct now, but there's all these different places on there which we haven't been to many of them, but you can explore. And then you should literally be able to go back to the map and just fast travel straight back. So I made a little bit of an error there. It doesn't take too long. It's so bleak. Enemies here again? Let's just have a look. Not messing about, straight in. There's been quite a lot of changes since release that's been implemented, little glitches and early bugs that are fundamental to its running that have been ironed out, but there's plenty of little things that you'll play and you'll see that as you're going along. But what you've got to remember is, this is one person's vision. This is not a big AAA release with, you know, multiple people working on it. It's just one person, and it's £8.50 on Steam. It's worth having a look. Right, okay, so we're back. Let's see. Okay, first things first. First things are first. This is what I should have done. Yeah. Because now that recall stone's unlocked. Right, time to sell a lot of things. I'll buy that. Am I not wearing any legs? I'll buy them then. 9.49. I'll buy that because I like that. Right, let me just put these on. I'm not wearing legs. Why have I not? Probably sell all that stuff, to be fair. I'm going to. Got some money now. So go back to Hallam Castle and speak with Grimm. Okay. Ah, you're back. So now unlocked the contract portal. Hail Grimm, I killed the evil presence in the valley. Unlock the mines. So you managed to slay the guardian of the valley, eh? Yes. He was holding some sort of artifact. Do you know what it is? It looks like some kind of crystalline shard, probably a fragment from a larger crystal of some kind. Interesting. Will it help us leave the valley? Maybe. I'll need to study it further. I have some old tomes around here that may have mention of this, these fragments. Okay, Garum, I'll return to you soon. Good, good. You should go and talk to Micah in the room nearby. Micah? Yes, he offers contracts, jobs of all sorts in the ether. Contracts, ether? Yes. We cannot leave this place, but long ago we discovered the portal, which allows anyone brave enough to enter what we call the ether and engage in combat. We use it to train warriors and mages. Once a contract is signed, you enter the portal, finish the job, and golden experience will be rewarded. It's some kind of magical binding that we don't fully understand, but it keeps the young uns busy. That sounds crazy, but I'll go and speak to this Micah. Let's just see if he's got anything for us to buy. Nah, not bothered. Right, okay. So just before I end that, because I think now we are at a point in the game where we're just now waiting for him to do some research. So we've unlocked the mines. We've also unlocked this ether portal now. There's a crafting station. This part here is still locked to us. And then here, this is the guy here. When we've spoken to him, we can take missions from him. And when we accept one, a little portal opens up there, we go through. And I think that's where I'm going to end it here. We'll have a look at that in the next episode. But I'm hoping that just by following me around, I mean, we didn't go to hardly anywhere in the outer world areas, but you get a gist of what it's about. It's nice and smooth, it runs okay, it looks nice, yet at the moment all you've seen is dark, horrible weather, but as the story evolves it becomes, you know, clear why that is, and it does change. But for now, I'm hoping that it may have encouraged you to at least ask questions or to think about buying it yourself and trying it out. But yeah, give us a like, leave some comments underneath if you want anything answering. I'll endeavour. Obviously, like I said, it's my brother's project, so I can speak to him. And I'll see you on the next one, where we'll do some more contracts and we'll just continue. Alright, so for now, all I've got to say is I've been Lee from Brothers Grimm, and adios.